Very warm welcome, everybody. It's very nice to see, I think, probably a lot of new faces. I don't know if you've seen me before, if you've seen me around with Reiki Cafe. I used to be one of the Reiki Cafe professors. I've been working with Reiki for a long time now, and Christine and I have been working together for also, how many years now is it, Christine? Probably 4 years at least.
Yeah,
something
I was
like
gonna say
that.
at least 4.
It's been a minute for sure. So, my background in Reiki is I've been working with the practice since 2006. It's my full-time career now as like a holistic wellness practitioner and a Reiki practitioner and teacher and coach. And I teach and train people globally via rootsoflife.org, which is my home online. And this trip that I'm putting forward here today is so exciting because this is the second round as well. We had to cancel the first trip because of COVID to Japan, right? And so if you don't know my background, I'll just explain really, really quickly. I've spent a lot of time in Asia. I was mentioning here just prior that I'm from the United States. I'm from Chicago. And moving from Chicago to Asia, I was living in Hong Kong, and I was there for 8 years. And in Hong Kong, it's an environment and a whole ethos that is so steeped in the understanding of qi and the movement of energy, right? And the understanding of that as as like the backbone of Chinese medicine. And obviously, Reiki is working with the movement of qi, right, through the body. So it was a very familiar place for me to come back to my Reiki practice. And that's where I left my previous job, which was teaching, and ended up moving full-time into becoming a Reiki practitioner and teacher and working at a Chinese medicine clinic. And I'm giving this background because working in Chinese medicine and working very specifically with doctors in that space, it wasn't a wellness clinic that I was at. It's like a proper medical clinic, like in the West, that you would go see a doctor. So imagine you go see, instead of like a traditional doctor, you might see a Reiki practitioner or a Chinese herbalist or whatever. Like, it's a beautifully juxtaposed way to kind of present medicine. And because of all of that, and because of the seriousness and the nature of my job and all that, it was helping me bring my Reiki practice really, really deep, really quickly. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm literally next to doctors that are like, okay, well, explain this from an energy perspective. How does it move? What does it do? And because of that, I was spending a huge amount of time focusing and refining and learning and practicing and sitting in my own Reiki practice. And all of that led me, now it's been probably 3 years, I believe, that Inamoto Sensei and I have been working together. But it led me to go to Japan. I was kind of drawn to wanting to go to Japan to really find the root of the practice. You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there at the medical clinic, the doctors and the patients and all of that. It's like getting more and more and more and more refined. And by me saying it like that, it's like I needed to get closer and closer to the root, right? And the root of Reiki, or at least modern Reiki, or Reiki as we know it, is Kyoto, Japan. And of course, it is Usui Reiki Ryoho, right? It's the practice of Reiki first taught by Usui Sensei. And so there was no better teacher to seek out than Hyakuten Inamoto. And I was very, very fortunate to be able to link up with him and to be able to liaise with him. And then he took me under his wing as a student, and we started to do all of the teachings, and I was going on private, full week-long pilgrimages with him, and really just diving into the practice with him fully. And that's been over 3 years. And now I'm so excited because this kind of brings it full circle, this retreat that I'm offering, this pilgrimage to Kyoto, where, I'm bringing forward this entire opportunity, and it is going to be assisted and accompanied by Inamoto Sensei himself. So you're going to be walking to the roots of the practice